There's a new hero in Overwatch 2 called Lifeweaver. We're going to look at first look Lifeweaver abilities from ML7. I'm a big fan of Overwatch. I love Overwatch.
He actually might be the most complicated support hero that we have seen so far.
I like that. That's what I want to hear.
I'm going to test Lifeweaver.
I'm a support main.
And I'm going to...
I'm a support main. Top 500 player. I want to see this. This is something I want to play for sure if it's complicated.
See how Lifeweaver's abilities work
Depending.
in game. Okay, please have a hero select animation. Please have a cool one. We go in 3, 2, 1.
Nah.
For me? For you? Cat goes. Oh, and the flower. So let's check out the abilities.
Every moment growing into who you truly are.
That's exactly what I'm doing. Let's try left click first.
All right, let's see the primary fire. Oh, you can charge it?
I can fully charge it. I feel like I'm moving slower.
Oh, and it's a heal.
Okay.
The primary fires...
I can tap it.
Sort of an aimed Kiriko heal.
I'm going stugs. Let's tap it again.
Turn this volume up a little.
Oh, just a little bit. Compared to like a fully charged one.
Fully charged one heals for like 70.
HP. That's less than 100. I think it's
65. I nailed it. I said 70 and it says the number right there. It's actually 65. Damn, I'm good. Gamer god.
60. I think that the number that is shown here is the max, is the HP that they're actually getting. Let me see from a very long distance. I can charge it. If I throw it there, it doesn't go. So it just goes like this. But if I charge it, I shoot and then I walk.
And that's the max range. That's like what, like a 30 meter, 25 meter max range? I was gonna say 30, maybe 40, 30 to 40. It's either 30 or 40. I haven't played in a while. I can't tell.
I can do this. I can reload. Boom. So 1 and 2 to swap guns.
Whoa, 1 and 2. Okay, so 1 and 2 to swap between damage and healing, and the damage looks like it has 60 bullets.
20 minutes later.
ML7 trying to bug things out. Okay, let me try this.
Okay. Oh wow. So the primary fire for the damage is kind of like a submachine gun. It's effectively a submachine gun.
Oh, kind of a big spread.
Okay. That's kind of nice. At long range, it's meh. At close range, it's probably actually going to be extremely lethal.
This is a big spread. So you don't slow down when you move like this?
Close range headshots, that's going to be one of the highest damage abilities in the game, I can just tell. Which I would not be surprised if it was, because every launch hero in Overwatch, when they first launch it, completely busted overpowered. It's just like standard in Overwatch.
But you definitely slow down when you charge this up. Nah, I'm not a big fan of the fact that you get like slowed down when you charge this. Like when
yeah, that does feel bad. Like to slow down when you charge your heal, that is definitely bad. Like they should, if that's OP, then they should just make it heal a little bit less to balance it. You never want. I mean, I always hate. And Overwatch is really bad about this sometimes. You never want to make a hero balanced by making it janky. You always want to make it balanced by making it feel the most fun and exciting it can be, but then just nerf the stats to balance for that. Like, you want to be able to fly and go fast and not be hindered, and then just do less damage, rather than, oh, now I do more damage, but whenever I swing my sword, I, like, go sideways 6 feet, and then backwards and then up or something, and you're like, what the hell? Like, how do I do this? Nobody wants that. Nobody wants jank.
What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to shoot, then charge, then swap, shoot, then charge, then swap, shoot, charge.
I think realistically, you're not going to be swap shooting, charging at all with how little healing that is. But we'll see what the abilities do. But if you do that, it's going to be like a Mercy swap, where Mercy swaps her pistol. Oh my god, insta, like, you know, you'd lose like a second and a half of heal. It's 100 HP lost on a heal. Like, you don't want to do that. Usually. Not always, though.
Yeah, I don't know about this. Might be a bit complicated. You know. Oh my goodness. What if you just play like this?
Yeah, that's... Well, I mean, is that really that shocking? That's literally what Anna can do. That's exactly what Anna can do. So, it's not that crazy.
Lift shift. What does lift shift do?
In the flow.
Is that all? Or does it do something else? Does it make you now heal for more a little bit? Or is it just like the world's crappiest dash?
The flow? Okay, once it...
Dash towards your traveling direction, lightly healing yourself. Wait, how much does it heal? It heals like 20 HP. That is maybe one of the worst abilities I've ever seen in my life.
It'll be 6 seconds. Kind of like a Hanzo leap from what I see, but obviously now with the jump. What if I jump and shift? Okay, so I can do that. What if I jump from here?
Yeah, what up from high ground?
It continues the movement. Okay.
Wait, does it keep the momentum?
If I finish this and press jump at the end? Small jump.
So it has the Moira momentum continuation.
E.
Oh! my god, that's gonna be really fun at high rank, and that's gonna be really annoying at low rank. Oh Jesus, that's gonna be crazy, guys. If you are in diamond or below, you're gonna hate Overwatch after this, because okay, so there's a whole demographic of players in Overwatch, and I know because I used to make Smurf accounts to play with friends who were in like platinum and stuff. There's this whole demographic of players who could be diamond to masters. They are good enough to be diamond to masters, but they're hard stock plat. And the reason being, they have severe psychological emotional problems. And what I mean by that is about 10% to 20% of their games, they will get extremely mad at another teammate who's not even talking to them, but they think that they're trying to say something by how they're playing. And they'll get so mad that they will try to throw the game and screw over their, like, not heal the guy who they think is whatever and has made them mad, or do anything they can to screw this person who's making them mad on their team, whether it's by throwing the match or whether it's by not healing them, whatever it is. Those players, they're going to get a hold of this character, and when they're like, oh my god, my Hanzo's not protecting me or something, blah, 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 you know, whatever the like crazy problem they get into in their head, they're going to start pulling them out of fights and trying to throw them off the map and just not doing it. It's going to be the worst. It's going to be the worst. I mean, I've played with those people, and it's like, if they would just play serious all the time, they'd be in like Masters Diamond, but they lose 10 to 20% of all their matches by trolling and throwing when they're pouting. Those players are going to be a nightmare in low ranks. It's going to be insane. But for high ranks, this is going to be really interesting.
I have you.
Excuse you?
Oh, did the boss say excuse you?
I have you. Reminds me of Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Everybody's going to rage so hard at this. Not the enemies, but the teammates when you're pulling them to safety. I can definitely see a lot of trolling potential with this, but not purposefully trolling. I think that...
Yes, purposefully trolling, and also not purposefully trolling. Low ranks, there's going to be an insane amount of trolling when people are mad. High ranks, there'll be a little bit, but usually if someone is high rank, the only way to be an actual like GM player for most players is to always be taking the game seriously. You throw one match out of every 10 matches, it's going to be hard to be above GM when you're guaranteed a 10% loss rate on top of your... You better be someone who can get a 65% win rate in top 500 if you want to get away with throwing that much and stay GM, you know what I'm saying? So like, because you get less SR on a win and more loss, you know, when you get to higher rank. So
a lot of players will try to help their teammates, and their teammates are going to be like, no, why did you pull?
Yeah, I was thinking this too. 100% that's going to happen. There's going to be somebody who... And it's going to happen both ways. There's going to be people who actually were about to die. They were right on the verge of death, and the teammate actually made the right call, and they saved them. And they're going to be in their head being like, I was going to win, and they're not going to win, but they were going to. And then there's going to be times where it's the opposite, where like they were going to win, and the support couldn't tell, and then they just yanked them just to be safe, and then they also get mad. It's going to be really funny. I look forward to it.
Interesting to see that this E does not follow him. So it's like you cast it somewhere and then it goes to that direction. So I'm gonna cast and then drop, and then it's not gonna pull him there, it's gonna pull him here at my initial cast.
Stay near.
Yeah, it's the spot you were at when you hit it, and it's committed to that no matter where you go.
That's super good to know. Super important to understand that mechanic. This is his petal platform.
Up and at him.
So you just throw it there.
Throw a platform that springs upward when stepped upon. Oh, so you can get high ground.
It lifts you up, and then it stops here.
Oh, and then you can... Oh, that's so interesting, because on certain positions, you can raise up, and it'll block line of sight from the enemy, and they won't be able to hit you, which is why, if you noticed, it had an HP bar. So if you're at the right position, you can actually get cover by getting on there and then crouching down on top of it and like backing up to one edge and block line of sight. That's actually really, really interesting. On top, that is like... I'm actually really interested in this hero. This is one of the first heroes in Overwatch that actually has some very, not just unique mechanics, but mechanics that make sense to an FPS that actually like affect LOS and different things that you like actual game mechanics.
Oh my god, this is so cool.
But once it's up, it's just up, and there's nothing you can do, I guess.
Down, you can destroy it with F. I mean,
okay, you destroy it when you're done.
When you would want to destroy it.
You want to destroy it when you're off of it, and there's no way to get back up to it, so you can start the cooldown faster if it works that way.
He's gonna be incredibly complicated. So,
I mean, is it that complicated though? I feel like it's not that complicated.
I'm supposed to damage, swap to heal, fly, throw this, pull somebody.
You're better off with
I don't know. I'm not subscribing to that right now. I think any new hero, not any new hero, but a lot of new heroes feel that way. Like when you first touch them, like the number of people the first time they pick up Wrecking Ball just swing off the map every single time. You know, it just takes a moment. I think any like good player especially, give them like, I don't know, 10 matches to 20 matches and they'll pretty much have it mastered. Like it doesn't look that insane.
Destroy this.
And after like 50 matches, you'll be like, all right, now you're doing everything right.
The multitasking on this hero will be out of this world.
I love it. My favorite thing in any competitive game, for me personally as a player, I love multitask heroes. That's why I never played much Baptiste, but I love Baptiste because back when they had a certain way, you'd shoot, heal, cast your thing while you're keeping your boost charged while shooting and healing. So that way, if you need to, you can do a little short jump and, you know, and then, like, you're doing like 6 things at once. That's why I really like playing Moira. Because in high level, Moira is actually like, okay, heal, suck, throw an orb here, calculating directions and this, and then fading it, coming up, and then shooting at an angle. And like, even though there's not a lot of skill with the aiming, as far as like the positioning, clicking, making the choices, it's like a constant multitask battle. It's really fun.
Okay, and what does the ultimate do?
Oh, it's like a tree?
Okay, that's kind of like a big range here. It's kind of like a tree.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Can I put it on a high ground? Oh, I can
put it on high ground.
Let's see.
But will it extend down? Is whatever that radius is that radius like a sphere? Or is that radius like an oval from the sides? Like, we'll find out.
Really sitting there.
Life protects life.
Oh, it has HP and they can destroy it, maybe?
It just pulsates. Gives you like a bunch of HP.
Plays a tree that instantly heals allies upon sprouting and continues healing periodically as it lives.
Doesn't reach them,
1,000
though.
HP.
We're gonna try another test with the ultimate. It reminds me of Maze Wall a little bit.
I can't tell if it, like, the visual is pulsing out only sideways. But I wonder if it's a sphere or if it's like an oval or what the shape of that effect is.
I don't know why, but this seems like something straight out of a MOBA rather than an FPS. The keybind.
It does feel like out of a MOBA. But then again, Overwatch is the closest we get to a MOBA FPS. Like, other than maybe Paladins or something, but it's like right there.
That's the main thing that's defeating me, though. Let's start the healing.
Life protects life.
Okay, that's a big heal.
I did not expect that burst of healing.
Oh, no, the first one's a super heal, and then after that, it's okay.
This is a lot. Can you walk through it? You can't.
Oh, you can use it as cover, too. So you could actually use it as a little small wall to hide behind.
The enemies can do damage to it. You see the HP? It's 1,000. Can I block the enemies?
Life protects life.
Oh my god, you can block people in rooms.
You can use this to block enemies as well.
That's going to be huge.
I'm gonna break my monitor, I swear.
That is going to be at a high level. That mechanic's going to be crazy to see.
Life grip that's prevented trees of life.
Life grip death prevented. So that's when you pulled someone and they're invuln during it and they would have died from the damage they took. Tree of life healing.
Self-healing. Thorn Valley whip.
Thorn volley kills. Oh, that's like the primary fire.
Accuracy and player saved. What happens if I throw it underneath somebody? Do they get lifted up instantly? Yes.
Oh, that's so crazy at a high level. Oh, dude, high noon. It's Cassidy now, by the way. Cassidy high noon with that is going to be the most insane combo ever.
They do. Wait, here's another question. So my platform is up and running right now. What if it still stays up? It breaks when I have 2 seconds remaining. So the platform stays up for 10 seconds after you cast it. Like, since it gets deployed. And on the ground, it stays longer than this. So you can literally use it as a Junkrat trap to bait people in. It's 11:30 up there. Let's see how many seconds it stays up. Because you see that
Do you know what's gonna be really funny? You have it in some spot. Some enemy like jumps out of a window somewhere, not looking at the ground. They're like busy looking in front of them, and then they land on it and go up, and they're like, "Whoa, what's happening?"
Cooldown is still ticking, and I haven't destroyed it yet, and it's still up. It is still up. Still up. It still stays up.
It's okay, so it stays forever.
It, replace it, or somebody activates it and then stays up for like 10 seconds. I'm a support main, so I definitely enjoyed this mechanic. Yeah, no comment. That's it. This is going to be very fun.
Me too.
So
wait, fun.
Can I throw it at the enemies? Can I lift enemies up with it? How did I miss that?
Because it hit him in the chest and it bounced
How did I miss
off.
that?
The air called.
Oh, you can lift enemies. Okay, I'm trying to think where that'll be applicable. I don't know. I can't think of off the top of my head. I can't think of an exact scenario that'll be applicable, but I know it will be somewhere.
Okay, lifts them up.
Oh, I got a crazy one here for where that'll help. And this is another really high level one. You see an enemy who's about to kill an ally, and they're like, say you have an ally in a room, for example, there's many scenarios like this. You have an ally who's inside of a room that has a short ceiling, and they're looking out a door, and this other guy's walking at the room again, like going towards the room and gonna enter the room to kill him. And you know your ally's gonna lose, but you're gonna lose out. You lost LOS on your ally. You can't heal him. There's nothing you can do. You throw that thing out right in front. So like, here's the entrance to the room. You throw it out right in front of the room, and then if they try to walk in, it's gonna bring them up. So they have to destroy it before they can enter the room to go chase down your ally. Instant block for them. They can't go in the room then. They have to let the ally. That's a scenario. Or they step on it and then they have to fall off the side, but then they lose like a 1-2 seconds, which could be the difference between the ally living or dying.
Up, it doesn't go all the way there, so I can lift up enemies. Wait, let me heal them up actually. Nice joke. Pro Lifeweaver, by the way.
The air calls.
Oof, gonna be hard to fill like multiple players on this.
You get all 6 players on it.
Wait a second, so I have like 12
Or 5.
charges. It doesn't matter the amount of heal that I give. So like it's the same cost. So this is 1 charge. This is 1 charge. 1 charge, 1
That
charge.
should do it.
Shoot.
Honestly, this character's healing sucks really bad, though. Like, you definitely need the other support to be someone who has heavy heals, or you need a comp that plays around how little this guy heals. This guy does not heal very much.
1.
It's like Brig.
Hey yo. Hey yo, hey yo. I think it does the reload in the background.
Yeah, it does like, I think Mercy Mercy does that. If you swap to the Caduceus staff for like 2 seconds, you go back to the pistol, it's full ammo.
A bit too fast. So like the amount of
Yeah, so like rather than reload, you go heal, 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 and when you go to reload, a real pro player will, during the reload, you no matter what, swap and start shooting, and then swap back and start healing right when it's done.
that you have to like shoot and stuff is the amount of time that it requires you to actually like reload. So right now if I swap, this is boof. Boof.
Yeah.
Now let me
So
do
you
it
take a
faster.
few shots. Take a few shots during the reload because
Then,
at high level just for the hell
if
of
you
it.
swap to the second gun that you have, it does the reload in the background. So that's super
like
good
Mercy.
to know because you have to like get into the muscle memory of like you heal, you heal, you heal, you do a bit of damage.
Yep, this is what I'm
Boom.
saying.
One loses sometimes.
And then you want to do damage again. Wait, you can throw these and it will consume
Oh, I feel like that's a bug. I feel like that shouldn't be a thing.
ammo without even getting to somebody.
I
What
feel
if
like
I
that
throw
should
it
not
on the
be a
ground?
thing.
The warmth of firelight.
Yeah, that should not be a thing.
So I can just
I don't think they
consume
should have done
my
it that
ammo
way.
like this. Why would you want to do that though? For every shot that you
I guess they're kind of punishing you for missing. Like you're gonna look at an ally and he goes behind a wall and you let go. But
take,
still,
like
it doesn't
maximum
feel
charge,
good.
you get 4% null charge. I think you should melee after every left click you do.
I don't know about that. It looks like it
What about the
slows it
platform?
down.
Does it have a travel time? It does. And the cooldown kicks.
Hop on.
Oh yeah, can you do a double? Oh, that would have been really fun if you could have kept going.
Need a lift? Hate seeing you go.
Already found kind of like a mechanic. So the cooldown starts the second you throw it up. Ah. Of course I'm gonna test something out. Give me a second.
Let's see it.
Okay, okay. No, not this. I didn't want to test this. What was that death scream? Straight out of a tragedy, dude.
Can I throw-
I'm gonna
can you
throw
throw it
this
off
as high up as possible. Let's count how many seconds it takes to come back.
Climb aboard.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, maybe a little bit closer here. Maybe I threw it a little bit.
What
too far.
happened there?
Time
1,
for spring.
2, 3. Okay, this is the maximum skybox. I think it's gonna. I think it traveled 2 seconds. I can just cast it here.
Need a lift?
It has a visual indicator. You cannot go the pedal platform on another pedal platform.
Yeah, that's what we saw earlier from it.
Spamming like this. Wait a little bit. Go it. Back up. The sound effect though for you to realize that it's about to break is so nice though.
Yeah,
What if
that
I
is
throw
really
it
nice.
here?
Okay, it just disappears when you go off the
Well,
map with
nothing
it.
happens. Maybe pull your
Stay
ally.
near. Hmm?
No, what?
Wait, you can pull your ally to the platform and then you can drop. Huh. He's gonna be so intricate.
Wait, I understand. You pull the ally to the platform and then drop. Like, what? Yeah, you could put him on top of the flower. What? Wait, what?
บทเรียนที่ดีใช่ไหม
What's
ล่ะ
crazy?
Yes, I agree. I have no idea what he said. Can somebody translate? I know 3 things, okay? Number 1, I know I want to change the key bindings. The problem that I
Oh god, one of those scroll
have
wheel?
right now is that I do not know what key bindings I should change them to. I don't like the primary fire, I don't like the healing, and I don't like...
I think, well, he doesn't like it, but I probably would like it because, I mean, sort of. Then again, nah, I don't know. It depends. It's just, I'm so used to it from Mercy. But then again, Mercy, I scroll wheel that. I don't hit 1 and 2. That's right. I forgot. I don't actually, 1 and 2 is very rare that I ever use. So I usually scroll wheel. You just scroll, and it just has like a minimum amount of cooldown on it. So you just scroll hard, and you get 1 swap. And that's way more convenient.
Like the pedal platform with how they bind it.
Pedal platform or middle mouse whip. Maybe that's something, that sounds like a key binding key. If that's default, that's whack.
But we'll figure this out a little bit later. Secondly, he's going to be incredibly, and I have to stress on the word incredibly complicated.
Oh yeah, he's pretty complicated.
Like, oh my goodness, the APM that you're gonna have with him is
actions
going
per
to
minute.
be insane.
I don't know. I feel like BAP is higher. BAP's APM is so high that even at higher levels, I often don't see people utilizing him. Although I think they changed it where you can't do the thing anymore. Used to be you could shoot lob the healing grenade and then shoot in between. So on PC at least you could then grenade shoot, and like so you'd have to like constantly flick somewhere, grenade, flick somewhere else to shoot, and then flick somewhere else to grenade heal and go back and forth while doing that, and just like, you know, just constantly while hitting 2 different buttons while continuously charging your whatever they're called, boots. I can't remember what they're called. The little boots that he has. So that way, if you get jumped, you can do a higher than normal jump to like throw off their aim. And then all this while thinking about that you have that like AoE heal. I don't know. I don't know that any healer or any character just about is more complicated as far as APM than Baptiste. Baptiste probably, to me at least, is the highest. It's so high that I rarely ever, even at high level, see people fully utilizing all the actions per minute that he can do.
Thirdly, there's only one thing that I'm a little bit worried about. The fact that when you heal, your movement slows down a bit.
Yeah, that's gonna get you annihilated at high level. At high level, that's gonna make all the difference, just getting killed constantly by, you know, Cassidy, Widowmakers, Hanzos, etc.
That's the one thing that I'm worried about. What happens if I pull the tree, and then I throw the platform on it? He just bounces back.
Wait, what
Can
if
you
you
stay on top of the tree?
Yeah, that's... Oh, whoa,
Wait,
that's...
you could! Please stay up.
You can and you can't.
The tree is
Oh,
You can't, like... Oh, no, did they do the thing where they gave it, like, a bounding box of, like, an oval, and the top's, like, rounded like a cone, and so you just, like, hit it and just slide off?
failed, of course. No, I go too fast. No, there is the wall deck. There is right there on that flower. On that flower, you can stay on top of that. There's no way you can't. I have to explore.
Maybe.
We have to
It
go
depends.
deeper.
Depends how they design it. Sometimes they make a
Go
cone.
deeper in this.
protects life.
No.
I'm so curious, too, though.
Up and at him.
Oh, is that
Wait,
a game
I
mechanic?
jumped. If you jump at the end of the petal platform, it boosts you up. I should be able to close that
Whoa.
distance.
Time for spring.
Yeah, I could feel it a little bit.
Wait,
Up
what?
and at him.
Yes.
Oh, dude, it keeps that momentum.
This is how you do it.
That's
So right
nuts.
when the platform finishes,
Wait, that also means that other people could do it. Wait a minute. No, never mind. I don't think Cassidy can jump during high noon, but it would be hilarious if you could bring him up and then he could also
its
jump at the
maximum
top.
elevation point, that's when you jump and you get kind of like a boost.
Okay.
Woo!
And then you can also dash afterwards.
I'm gonna have a lot of ideas with this pedal platform. Overall, my initial impressions on the hero, I think that the healing slash damage might be a little bit weaker than I expect, and that we all expect, I feel like. But the fact that you can play with your platform like this, and you have this mobility, and
I think it really...
you have this pull.
The pull is literally everything. If he didn't have the pull, he'd be completely, like, garbage with how he is right now. The pull has potential at a high level
And
to
the
be insane,
ultimate that
though.
heals a bunch
But we'll see. I could be wrong.
might actually make him a super viable pick. If you get dived, no problem. I just go here, I climb on top. Yo, you need
Depending
my
on who's
help? I'm
diving
here.
you, but yeah.
Safety in numbers.
Look at this.
But yeah, that
Playstyle's
does
gonna
give
be
you some
super
defense.
fun.
I think his biggest crutch is his healing his HPS, healing per second, looks really bad. Like, I don't know exactly if it's like, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it just looks really bad, but it looked like it was like 35 or 40.
I can't wait to learn more about him. I'm gonna do a lot of tier crafting, but my initial impressions is that he actually might be the most complicated support hero that we have seen so far.
I don't agree with that at all. I still think Baptiste is higher, and people just don't use everything he has.
So much repositioning potential. One more test, and then I'm gonna stop. I want to see if I can put my tree on top of the pillow platform. So I throw this.
Oh, that's really interesting. Does it not let him click?
Life protects.
Oh, you
What happens when
can!
this disappears? Does this tree stay up or does it drop? It
Oh,
drops.
and then the tree
Oh
drops.
my goodness. What does it do to the enemies? Okay, one more test. I'm sorry, editors. One more test.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Like a kid in a candy store. It's like Christmas for me right now.
All right, what's his task?
Okay, I want to squash. Oops.
Oh, can you
No, where are you going? Wait, he's still gonna be alive forever.
Need a lift?
I'm gonna time this right.
Protects life.
Observe. F.
The firelight.
Can you do damage
I
to
am
it?
very,
No,
very
you can't.
curious
Can you do
too about
damage
this.
to
If you can
these?
crush someone
No,
now,
you can't.
I have a feeling
Anyway,
not.
I'm super excited for Lifeweaver.
I-
I'm gonna do a bunch
I have
of
a feeling
tests,
just
try to
push him out of
learn
the way,
every
but-
tick that he has. Please let me know in the comments if you're excited about Lifeweaver as well, and if you think that he's the most complicated support hero in the game. And what are your worries about the hero, and what do you also look forward to with him? I personally can't wait to take advantage of his repositioning potential of
Yeah.
himself and his allies in the team
Pulling people
fights. Feels
towards
like
you
I
be
have
fun.
a bunch of control of the battlefield, kind of like how you would have with Symmetra teleport or with Sombra sending up fights. Now we finally have a support other than Lucia that can help you like dictate the flow of the fights and when you should engage, when you should get out
Sorry
and
about
stuff
that.
like that.
You know, one real big problem though with that pool, and it's not always gonna be applicable, but you need to have line of sight of your target. So when you pull them, if there's someone like a Cassidy shooting at them, once they get pulled, the second that bubble comes off and they're standing in front of you, the guy can just shoot them again at the end and kill them anyway. So there's some issues. Unless you can heal them while they're traveling towards you, maybe. It might help some.
But I'm a little bit worried with the healing / damage. It might be because his mechanics are kind of never seen before, I would say, in Overwatch. And maybe just take some time to get used to it. Stay tuned on YouTube to see more tests, more videos, more Lifeweaver gameplay.
Yeah, so I think that his healing looks like really bad, but maybe I'm just seeing it wrong. It looked like it was like 35 healing per second or something, like maximum capacity. Like, because it took like forever. Maybe it's like 45. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. This was first look Lifeweaver abilities by ML7. I'll link to the description. You can go ahead and give him a like, subscribe, share, whatever. That was a good video. I like that a lot. So yeah, I'm a big Overwatch 2 fan. I play mainly support at Grandmaster top 500 level, and I think that I agree with a lot of this. He's definitely going to be one of the most complicated heroes. I still feel like Baptiste is more complicated. People just don't utilize it. I think his healing looked rather weak, and there's a travel time on the heal, which is also sketchy. One thing he didn't test there is what if you cast it at someone and then they go behind cover? Will that heal thing then hit the wall and do nothing, or will it then travel through a wall once it has the initial lock? If it can't travel through a wall, then his healing is even lower, because yes, while he does have a certain amount of healing per second, on average, it's going to be even lower because of all the times that someone goes into a room while you're trying to heal them and all these little like nitty-gritty little details like that can mess things up. Or maybe it'll be like Brig Pack where you just throw it and no matter where it goes to them. Like, we'll have to see. But yeah, so the healing is weird. Not good enough, maybe. The damage is decent at close range. At long range, it's support, which is right. That's good. The dash is really weird. The dash is so slow and doesn't go very far. And I didn't get to see how much it self-healed for, though. If it self-heals for like 100, that's a little bit better. If it self-heals for like 40, that's going to be like, The flower might end up being his strongest ability. And then the pulling allies is also, well, actually, pulling allies is probably his strongest ability at a high level. At a low level, his flower will be the best one because it just gives you cover. You can do it and then crouch down on the backside and nobody can shoot you until they blow up the flower. There's just a lot of play for staying alive on that. I don't know. I think he looks fun. I'll probably try him out sometime in my free time. But yeah, so that is the new hero in Overwatch. They finally have a new support hero again. I look forward to playing him. He looks really fun. And who knows, maybe I'll get back into playing Overwatch at some point. I always wish I could play it. When the PvE comes out, I'll probably be playing a lot of Overwatch 2 again. Hey guys, I'm Kibbles, by the way. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe for more content like this. Also, feel free to check out either the videos right here on your screen or over here on your screen for more content like this. Helps me on the algorithms. You go and watch another video, do anything, whatever, it helps. Also, down in the description below, you can find my links for socials, Discord, Twitter, etc., or Twitch, which I don't use very much. So feel free to follow me on any of those. It would help me out a lot.